First, top headlines. Kuki militant shot dead 3 civilians, injured 3 at Kangchup. A girl got bullet injury shot by Kuki militants at Suknu. Committee on Tribal Union to open National Highway number 2 for a week. Opening of National Highway number 2 for a short period is something fishy, Kokomi. Deemita is ST from the earlier days. Three-member panel formed to probe violence. And curfew relaxed for Imphal West and Bishnupur till 5 p.m. today. Hello, welcome to ELITETV's Prime Time English News Bulletin. I'm your host, Deemita. Before giving you the news, we requested to follow the SOP given by the government, where face masks around the public, wash hands regularly and maintain a minimum of 6 feet between one person and another. ELITETV also requested to get vaccinated in time to protect ourselves from this virus and play your part to fight against COVID-19. Now the news in detail. Kuki militant shot dead 3 civilians and injured 3 at Kangchup Chingkhong today. According to our video journalist Chungkham Loya covering the incident, said that the incident took place around 7 a.m. today. The Kuki militants first attacked the villagers with sophisticated weapons. In retaliations with a combined force, 3 people were died on the spot and 3 others injured. The injured person have been rushed to nearby hospital. Here is the conversations between our editor and video journalist Chungkham Loya.
Howzi Kangchup Chingkhong da Kuki militant singa combined force ka puthokna bada khoi maitai macha habitai hum leite we pau tare mafam duda khoi howzi khoi baumi khoi loya leiri loya maroina ngasi thodo si kamai thokibano kai dobuno haibu am detail thambiro
thodo asi akhoi ngasi ayu mata pung ni pa da da gi maitai discussion amadi commando singa combined team mafam madi da chanjum matanda mafam madi da game to dinala yamba Kuki militant singa mafam adigi kapsurok kadagi ajro bomari na pandagi egi mafam adida ahum kedak lagi ko ahum amida egi soft na hobe gen soft tagi da mata ambulance lion maka tan nagu da mata maka tan training da mata fuka
maru ina khoi thodo ji pung kya mukta dai togi bano hana kapsalak badagi combined team duna changbra aduga khoi legi dreba sing du kana no haiba masak khangma ngamarbra kai lei loya
masa moming loina ma khangba ngame hoji babuji oina hoji khawdu wasi ma tai upong tare khai ni pa na da thopani hai adu ma akun aina mafum manak na pasai degi logde bo matamda hoji matak tegi hoji lobusi asna hoji ka phal ko degi hoji mafum hoji da laiba commando combined team amadi mafum hoji da kosang na da laiba hoji mechen ka singa bunna tangal ga ma ko ta thokna bo hana da hoji mafum hoji dan tangal ba hoji mechen ka tsari asopta amadi asida yaw kibani laikidraba niyising adigi Pukambam Nikhil Mahasi Kunda Pundagini Mahomi Norian Kowi Amana Animana Ayendagini Angom Raket Payini Popana Angom Kirti Mahasi Ayendagini Adua Hum Subasina Angom Popo Sahi Yankai Nipan Apopomina Angom Mukta Mahasi to Ayendagini Adua Subik Sokuna Ladiba Homasina Amana Uripok Uripok Salam Ronel Sahi Kungalipan Ani Subasina Anasam Gunazit Loren Tongdagini Ahum Suba Sokuna Subasina Kennedy Mahasi Tahutagin.
Maron Haji Mahomuda Koi Makata Kutona Bagit Hoto Ibraduga Karam Film the security and force Lakura Kayle Tambuloya.
Holding the support in Maya talk here with you, Robinso, 1.10 Rokian, Marie Shivda, 1.80, and then local Maria is looking Mahama data of the Mahama data, Parikari, but the top never get a Maka, Parikarication. It is Paka Yabaga, the Maka, Yankin the Land.
Tagatari, Loya Makata, Velotaki, I'm sectional review of the Aduga Koi, Kudong Tiba, Toktanaba, Aduga, how do you think Makata and Abdel was one of the Tagatari? Loya.
Thank you, sir.
A 24-year-old girl got a bullet injury shot by Kuki militants last night. According to a reliable source, the Kuki militants with sophisticated weapons were holding at another site of the Suknu River fired upon the villagers of Suknu residing opposite side of the river. The injured has been identified as Morangthem Nushitombi, age 24, daughter of M. Raju of Suknu Makhalikai. The villagers of Suknu drew the attention of the authority concerned to look into the matter and do the needful at the earliest. National Highway Number 2, also known as the Trans-Asian Highway Number 1 and the lifeline of Manipur, will be reopened from June 5 after a month-long blockade following the wide-scale violence which erupted on May 3rd. National Highway Number 2 passes through the violence-hit Kangpopi district, connecting Manipur's capital Imphal with the rest of the world. Though no organization has officially declared a blockade along the highway, it wore a deserted look ever since the wide-scale violence erupted in the state, as no vehicles, particularly commercial good carriers, suspended operation. During Union Home Minister Amit Shah's visit to Kangpopi district, he had appealed to the people for a smooth flow of traffic along the highway. The decision was taken by Committee on Travel Unity (COTI) after through discussions among them and wide consultations with various civil society organizations after the appeal of Union Home Minister. However, the road will be opened from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. only. Meanwhile, opening of National Highway Number 2 for a short period is something fishy. This was stated by coordinator of Kokomi, Jitendra Ningomba, during a press meet held at the office of the committee at Uripok today. He further said, why the central government fully opened the national highway? Is there any hidden agenda between Kuki militants and central government? He asks.
Yamna Uzik Manipur, Miamna Yam Saunadi, Cookie, Narco terrorist, Makada Leba, Adugum group of Manaidare, Adugum group of Masoino Ogani, Makoina, Asugam Miam Singse, Makoina Kuzi Paviabra, Masi Pumna Mose, Indiagi Ladiba, Kanusindina, Koyam Sekina, Yang Matotare, Luna Luna, Makoi Makada, Makogi Marzi Makada, I could put him Moto Pasi, Madu Komiki Saitegi, Yam Action and Lawi, Aduna. Hangi Bobosi, temporary winner, Hangi Mota, regular winner, free floor, Salan and in the government, Yamnakan by action, Aduga, Siga Matang, the Amkan action, Local Pinana Bogidamta, Kokomiki Makedi, Yamnakan High, Aduga, Sigi, Manguina, Maru, Masigi Posa, Ilo Bosatba, Akoisat Kodoriba, Kogi, Union driver Union Makeda, Aduga, Sida Posa, Honduran Kongusu, Masi Satanaba, Maramdi, Koina, Tauri Bomong. ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯎꯠꯂꯤꯕ ꯊꯧꯑꯣꯡ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯤꯕ ꯋꯥꯉꯥꯡ ꯁꯉꯥꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯤ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯈꯥꯗ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯎꯠꯄ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯄꯨꯝꯅꯃꯛꯁꯦ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯗꯅꯅꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯥꯏꯚꯔ ꯌꯨꯅꯤꯌꯟꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯏꯀꯩꯗꯒꯤꯁꯨ ꯂꯧꯕ ꯆꯠꯇꯅꯅꯕ ꯀꯣꯀꯣꯃꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯥꯏꯀꯩꯗꯒꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯖꯩ.
On the other hand, Media Coordinator T.H. Somarendra said at this critical juncture, the central government did not take up necessary actions. Therefore, COCOMI will take up the needful in consultations with the people of Manipur, he added.
Mai leadena haibitare hayeng tang taruksi akoigi numidangi pung kenodaina nipane mapan phauji akoigi mafam khudimokta Manipur gi mafam khudimokta akoigi ima singna akoigi khutamaira paiduna amadi human chain semaga akoigi kholau khara haibitare kholau khara lawina ba haibadi Manipuri kukui militant singi mathakta akoigi akan action lakhot piu ade amana hauji hauji akoigi kenoda lariba Assam Rifle koi miyam na chingnei ba Assam Rifle khudakta koi atopa force ma SSB khangde natraga koi CRPF khangde ama sindopu yu haina koi kanbu kholaw amaga loina na koi lawbugi nungdangi pung nipan daina puma pum bogi koi afam khurimakta tawbiu loina na masida koi gi tongan ba local gi MLA adagi koi pradhan adagi jila parishad member adai municipality organa koi chairman and councilor na stigma khudi bangna masida saruk yabina koi hari bai ma singsida mateng pangbiu haibasi koi kokomi gi site gi thamjari loina na koi masiga loina na koi gi koi slogan da hapsari bi ngai Assam Rifle khudakta lapuan ba loina na koi kuki narco terrorist singsi koi gi akan ba mongda koi central government na action lakhot piu haibo wapam masi koi makai dagi koi gi ima sing lawbina ba haidana koi kokomi site gi thamjari haita.
Maitai Mitai is in the list of scheduled tribe from the earlier days. This was stated by MBA by profession and author Maheshana Rajkumar. He said this during a press meet held at Munchies at Kaishampa today. Advocate Laishram Memo was also attended the press meet. Maheshana further said, according to Athelstein Bynes' Encyclopedia of Indo-Aryan Resource of 1912, Maitai was hill tribe. Moreover, a book on Thai in the World Journal, there was 83 tribes, but Thai, known as Maitai, was in the serial number 18. Therefore, Maitai Mitai do not necessarily for demanding inclusions in ST list. It is already in the ST list earlier, he added.
Aina pangba machak phajaba ma phangki adu Burmai san new Sanskrit iba Thai in the World Journal haina ma khak pani sei sida iba sina my author gi maming sina Mahamung Use Kawi 2005 ta iki adu mana sigi journal da Thai se world da prithvi da 83 Thai tribes le haina I at 83 tribe ta koi Maitai se number 18 da Thai Moi or Kase haina iram see akwai over evidence amani Maitai se Thai ne na 83 Thai tribes in the world da yaukra adagi ama Burmai gi scholar amana Thai ethnic migration and settlement in Myanmar haina si ama su iki sida I bada mana Thai migration gi Thai talko matam da 600 AD da Thai migration tor pase Manipur fo yogi na Manipur and Assam haina si Thai aduga 13th century da sida so ina mark very sida su Manipur da yoroki na Thai adagi si gi book se 1847 da apai lebiri ba Major Simon Fraser hene haina mana iwa kenoni report ni sei sida ma adan Thai mana Shan or Thai nation haina IC pajarak ke mana hari se the natives of the Manipur Valley evidently show by the features and the fact of their royal chronicles bearing the stamp of Shan origin that they also belong to the same nation. Aduna 1847 ki sida da Maitai se Thai ne dam ta kan adu sida so amaso haijari mana valley of Manipur, the inhabitants of which are to this day called Kathe Shans. Burmese na Kathe hai aduga Shana Kase hai aduna Kathe Shan hai ba Kase Shan hai si Maitai 2019 da ina Thai yamse phangak padagi Thai history haina Thai history Facebook page haina more than 1 lakh followers awama da ina Thai yamda iki aduda hong ki ba adu matamda Wikipedia Thai people and Nama Yauri. See, 2019 November Mamanda, Titokivan. Sida Maitai Yauri, Thai people give me Talapada, Akwai Thai say country Tarutale, China Yunnan province Thailand Laos Vietnam Burma India Manipur Assam Arunachal Pradesh Aduna Sidasu Maitai Nataki.
On the other hand, Advocate Laisham Memo said, as the book and encyclopedia have proved that Meitei Media is in the list of ST, therefore, the question is not a rise to ask or demand for ST, he said.
Separate administration area je karidagi haura ino hayo poche masidi ekoina yamna matam chari ngai sida khanda nai hogi matam adu yore akoi puna mana kange Manipur se sei lising ani gi magi civilization namana adu maida chemak pa adu kumnaba ningthau pan ba mating mangan leiba adu kumnaba leiba ama wajam yai bisidi koi puna mana yare aduna Manipur si chemak matanda group amana natraga anina natraga ahumna yanaraga chemba leiba nate masi itihas na chemak leiba amani anu matamgi matungina British na chakra matungda nauna ning tamorba bharata adumba ning nauna ning tamlaba bharat asi chema da yawaiba adumlaba ning thopan ba leiba amani Manipur su aduna hojiki leiba Manipur ki hangkani yengba इतिहास से कनाउम खरना नत्रगा शक्ति लेबा कामु खरना हिस्ट्री की दिन नैनो कुम जे कोई लोइना खंगबनी हाइबो पोसे स्वाइदा खंगतता अखोइबु थदर लगा अखोइना खंगततगी नरांग नहान थोखि बुदौना नरांग नहान पोकबा मणिपुर दौना नैनर कोदुदि यादे मरम जे कैनुबो नागालैंड नेबसिदि मचेत मचेत खाइदोगा सेमगी स्टेट लमने माइ दौना मिजोराम जिजु असम दगी मचेत मचेत की खाइदोगा तुमाने सेमगीबा ने aduna Nagaland gi thakta natraga Mizoram gi thakta Manipur bu handaraga neinabadudi matudi yade.
The Centre on Sunday said of a commission of inquiry headed by former Chief Justice of the Guwahati High Court Ajay Lamba to probe the recent series of violence in Manipur that claimed more than 80 lives. According to notification issued by the Union Home Ministry, the commission will make inquiry with respect to the causes and spread of the violence and riots targeting members of different communities which took place in Manipur on May 3rd and thereafter. It will probe the sequence of events leading to and all the facts relating to such violence, whether there was any lapses or derelictions of duty on the part of any of the responsible authorities or individuals, and adequacy of the administrative measures taken to prevent and to deal with the violence and riots. 10 Naga MLAs have been called to meet the Union Home Minister Amit Shah in New Delhi, sources said. The sources disclosed that some of the MLAs boarded flight for New Delhi on Saturday while some of them left on Sunday. Although the sources did not confirm whether all the 10 Naga MLAs would take part in the meeting, it is speculated that Naga cabinet ministers and the HSA chairman would be among the delegation. President of Delhi Arong Union, Assam, Manipur, Nagaland, Azang Rongwei said that communal harmony and a peaceful coexistence can be restored through collective efforts of all sections of the society residing in the state of Manipur. On an exclusive interview with DIPR on prevailing situation in the state, Azang Rongwei stated, since time immemorial, people of all ethnic communities reside together as brothers and sisters with love and care for one another in Manipur. Due to some misunderstandings, the ethnic clashes erupted from the evening of May 3, 2023 between the Meitei and Kuki communities. During this unrest, many lives were lost and injured, many public and private properties were destroyed, and the normal lives of all people were highly affected. He continued, on behalf of the Delhi Arong people, he ardently appealed all to restore peace, and may we continue to reside as one close-knit family with an essence of love and a oneness like before. The Jeliarong Union President also informed that a memorandum has already been submitted to Union Home Minister Amit Shah for restoration of peace in the state and to bring amicable solutions at the earliest. He sincerely appealed to the people of Meitei and Kuki communities to forgive and forget so that we may continue living together like before as one. Clashes between communities will not bring any form of development in the society, rather it will be a loss for both the sides. So let us all resolve for peaceful coexistence, he added.
Now, mayam hanadagi ekoi Manipur leiminarai yamna nungsi chanana hingminarai adubu tarik ahumgi numidang wairamgi misunderstanding ama thoki ba maramna ekoi sin now oiriba kuki amasung Meitei marakta nungainadaba thoki bagi hojik phawba loisinana leiri asigi marakta misimina yam thokre ekoi laisang lai tin khurumba mafamsing ayamba mei thare masing se chaurangna nifugi mathakta hena mei thagre maram aduna ekoi jetu na pambadi on behalf of the Jelenglong people ekoi na pambadi ekoi ingna tapna hingminasi ekoi peace and solidarity ekoi mayam hana thaina dona peace amasung communal harmony amaga nungsi jana hingminasi haibase ekoi gi message asengba message ni thoki be thawu amaga copy naraga ekoi amata oina hanagi isininaw fajana tinaba kumna am tinaraga ekoi hingminasi haibase ekoi Jelenglong gi sincere appeal ni ekoi ayamba ekoi hujik hingminari ba matam sida asikumba khana chainaba thokpa haibase amagisu atongba leite amagisu atongba leite animuki amangbani maram aduna ekoi nungsina hingminasi haiba egi sincere on behalf of my people Jelenglong people ay mayamda appeal tawjeri.
Curfew has been relaxed from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. in Imphal East, West and Bishnupur district today, said separate orders of district magistrates. Markets and the shops are open. People were seen rushing to the markets and the shops to buy essential items. Normal traffic was observed on the roads. All Manipur United Club Organization Amuko has announced that they will hold widespread protest demonstrations from today, June 5 onwards against any attempt to disintegrate the state. Speaking to media person at his office at Kwakatil yesterday, President of Amuko Nandoluwang said Manipur should always be under a single administration with its unity and territorial integrity intact. He further said that the people of Manipur will face all attempts to disintegrate the state. Claiming that a visit of Amit Shah to Manipur has failed to control the violence, he expressed suspicion that Union Home Minister might even have started carrying out the strategies to establish a separate administrations after he left Manipur.
Amit Shah na Manipur thadu chalam daida separate administration gi matang sida yamna thayai na bam khumam ba se masida gi chingna ba phawri makta handak numit kharni sida tawri ba thabak thong sing se masi ekoi Manipur miyam na sungya yabang mo se amukka su ekoi phirep session boina haijiningi aduga sugumba government of India na Manipur miyam gi interest ki wang mada thabak tawra agadi India na India kai ba pamdaba India nungsibagumna Manipur ki miyam na su Manipur kai ba pamde Manipur nungsi haibese masi ekoi sapsana khangan jagani aduna Manipuri khudingmak Manipur ki apun ba saktam gidam ga thabak tominasi aduna tongan balenga ki tongan ba wakhalol ama thambasi machi thadopio madu mangphawna roi madu gi damakta Manipur gi miyamna sapchana thengnagani thengnadru su lakli aduna Myanmar da military junta na lakna phana ngamdaba lamket lamai ba khara Manipur da changaga nampu hapuda karigumba khara tawriba ase mahak mafam digi singi khunja singna su madu war watim to boda mating pangbiu adugumba mapalam dagi dark cartel sing sponsor to ba dark cartel sing na khogi illaga chatpa miyam sing aduna torba khulai paiba kuki gi laholubu sing aduna torba thaba do ching de leiba praja amatna sogat piganu maduna khoi lisang sing na ching tam gi nuksina bala iba sigi mari se makhoina thugar ba matam da khoi yaugum sai bismasu amukona appeal tokjari sugumba government of India na thawoina ngaklo piriba Assam Rifles Government of India gi Home Ministry gi makha da leiba amana yamna phongna torba sida akhoi Government of India na tuminna leiriba kariguma makhalam ta gi thabak lokhatriba si India si Malayang gi mamana leibak sing gi mamangda democracy zatpa adugumba yamna afaba ing tapa leiba amarena hajabado madu yam ikai ningai na hajin.
Women vendors of Nambol Bazaar have decided to cease business activities for 3 days. The decision was taken by the women vendor after seeing the present situation of Manipur. The ceasing of market activities started from yesterday with fasting. Talking to media person, Secretary of Nambol Bazaar Women Vendors Association, H. Kunjalata said the protest is being done in protest against the Kuki militants who are killing the innocent people of Maitai, burning their houses. If they do not killing innocent people and burning houses, the association will launch different forms of agitations in consultations with the people of Manipur, she added.
Sigma khongjang asina aikoina pamjabadi aikoi miyamgi praja miyamgi damakta angamba kana kana leirige angamba sing athauba sing aduna aikoigi santi bibiyo aikoi amukta hanigi sadharon punsi di bibiyo haibani adugumba punsi adu phangaktraba aikoina hujik kaidawruni sigumba miyambu sathiba mongda awaba piriba Marala Jadraba Miam Munakima Sampati Lantum Kudimak Mai Tadok Vikraba Marala Jadraba Angankaya Mapamarang Kangdana Dumham Zabang Kangdana Leliba Satra Mayamama Coronagi Tamtiraba Mayamama Lakudagi Larik Tamba Pangda Lairaklaba Matunga Amukasu Sigumba La Nasinamaram Oraga Angankaya Larik Tamba Pangdana School One Taukiba Sigumba Mayama Sigi Kongjanga Sida Ekoina Nambon Bazargi Women Behandergi Miam Kudimangna Kari Tausige Karamna Santi Purakadage, Amade Ekoi Miamda, Kari Tauraga Karamba Monga, Ekoina, Kongjanga Sisang Silaga, Hanagi Sadaron Punsi Pangadage, Haibagi Kongjang Duni.
After 51 hours after the Friday's accident, the train services resume at Baleshwar Bahananga train accident site. A goods train completed a run on the affected stretch, clearing the way for the resumption of services between Kolkata and Chennai from midnight last night. Southeastern Railway sources said long-distance trains like Howrah-Chennai Mail, Howrah-Puri Express, Howrah-Bengaluru Express, Howrah-Puducherry Express, Salimar-Tiruvananthapuram Express passed through Bahanaga. Authorities said all trains on the route will be back to normal from today. Railway Minister Aswini Vaishnav congratulated all those who have worked relentlessly to restore services. He said the investigation is going on and will go to the root cause of the accident. Railway Minister, who reviewed the restoration work at the Baleshwar Triple Trend Collision site yesterday, said that the accident happened due to a change in electronic interlocking. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi, while addressing the Indian diaspora in US, New York, has said that if BJP is asked why the Odisha train crash occurred, it will say Congress did this 50 years ago. He added that Congress didn't blame the British when a train accident occurred under its rule. Rather, the party's railway minister at the time said, "I am resigning." While addressing the Indian diaspora in New York, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi said that he doesn't want to do Man Ki Baat with them. He added, "I am not interested in telling you what I believe." He also reacted to the Odisha train mishap, saying, "If you ask them BJP anything, they will look back and pass the blame." President Draupadi Murmu reached Paramaribo, the capital of Suriname, late last night. She is visiting Suriname at the invitations of the President of the Republic of Suriname, Chandrika Prasad Santokhi. On her arrival at the Johann Adolf Pengla International Airport, President Murmu was given guard of honor and met the Surinamese delegation. The visit assumes historical significance as President Murmu will be the chief guest at the 150th anniversary celebrations of the arrival of Indians in Suriname to be celebrated today. Akashvani correspondent reports located at the northeastern coast of South America, Suriname is the smallest country of the South American continent. President Draupadi Murmu's visit not only highlights India's growing stature on the global stage, but also underscored the importance attached by the Indian government to its diaspora around the world. Today, President Murmu will hold delegations-level talks with her Suriname counterpart. She will also participate in the events commemorating the 150th anniversary of the arrival of Indians in Suriname. Thereafter, President Murmu will pay visits to sites of historical significance and also witness the cultural processions from the presidential palace. During her visit, President Murmu will also interact with the Indian diaspora in Suriname. And now let's take a short break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Babina Diagnostics Manipur da ihan hanba oina ingsok lising amaga chamapal marifuhumdoi da linkhatki. Masina awang nongpok Bharat da yamna pak chawna miyoi bagi ana layeng da darkar lakpa makhal kayagi changyeng sing pangthoi. Mayamdugi marakta amatang pallabada radiological investigation su mai pak na pangthokli. Wana honajaba miyoi bagi sebani khana angamba thakta laibak thiraba ana ayek nanglaba kayagi mating pangjaba si sakhang biduna awang nongpokta ihan hanba oina NABL gi accreditation pibirakhi. Miyam gi pothafam ngainafam testofam report lawfam gi awaba du kokhanduna changfam hangfam pothafam gari parking cafeteria yauna marang kaina leizaraba unit ama oina miyam gi seba tawjari. Unit asida thamjariba matamgi darkar oirakpa equipment singdi 1.5 Tesla MRI, 128 slice CT scanner, mammography, DEXA scanner, digital X-ray, loinana hematology, clinical chemistry, amadi clinical pathology, immunology, microbiology, molecular biology, amasung immunohistochemistry studies ki masing yamlaba automated analyzers.
Welcome you all to UNACO College, Kongman, Imphal East, an exclusive co-educational college offering both BA and BAc courses. UNACO College will be affiliated to Manipur University, Kanchipur. First academic session will begin in July 2023. Hurry up! Registrations and admissions open for 2023-24 academic session.
SS Career Solution na Chahitara Hena Hunai Sida Ladiba Naharol Singbu Achumba Sinfam Mama Kangjana Bagi Kudom Jaba du Mapong Fana Pina Bagi Damak Specialized Oiraba Tim Kaya Semdona Angang Singbu Nauringay Dagi Koiga Jana Ba Sinfam Gimaramda Sing na Mari Makong Taktuna Afaba Kunayama Oirak Nabahona Duna Ngasifa Balak Career Solution Amagi Chap Chana Guidance Tiba Haibasi Arriba Dinate Adubu Ipurgedi Toina Nusat Ningai Oitri SS Career Solution na Akak Naba Plan Amadi Expertise Single Putsinduna Sacha Kaknatana Community Level Dagi Hauraga Adom Adomgi Paidagi Chanaba Sinfamadu Mai Pak na Chatna Naba Same Sagan Aikuigi Mamal Yamlaba Naha Singbu Tungge Chuvalambela Madalam Jing Haurasi SS Career Solution na Piriba Kudong Chaba Singasi Kopna Kanta Haurasi.
Welcome back again. You're watching ELITETV's Primetime English News Bulletin. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh will hold talks with his US counterpart Lyle Austin in New Delhi today. Mr. Austin arrived in New Delhi yesterday on a two-day visit to explore ways to further strengthen bilateral defense cooperation, especially in areas of transfer of critical technologies for co-development of military hardware. Secretary Austin's trip comes over 2 weeks ahead of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Washington, during which the two sides are expected to unveil initiative to expand the India-US global strategic partnership. India has been looking at the manufacturing of jet engines in India under the framework of technology transfer to power its fighter aircraft. The US Defense Secretary arrived from Singapore. It is Secretary Austin's second visit to India. His previous trip to India was in March 2021. On Wednesday, he will travel to Mumbai, where he is likely to visit the headquarters of the Western Naval Command and Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders Limited. German Federal Minister of Defense Boris Pistorius is scheduled to arrive in New Delhi today for a 4-day visit to India. During his visit, he will hold bilateral talks with Defense Minister Rajnath Singh. A 160-year-old church in the U.S. Massachusetts got destroyed by fire on Friday. Fire officials have said that a lightning strike caused the church to go up in flames. No one was injured in the blast as the church was empty during the incident. Reportedly, the church was made using wood and other materials and dates back to the 1800s. Oil prices jumped more than $2 a barrel in early Asian trade on Monday after Saudi Arabia pledged to cut production by another 1 million barrels per day in July. Saudi said that it would make these cuts to support the sagging cost of crude after two earlier production cuts by OPEC Plus member failed to push prices higher. Tournament leading goal scorer Cesar Casadi added yet another goal to his kitty and led Italy to the FIFA Under-20 World Cup semi-finals with a 3-1 win over Colombia at San Juan Stadium. With Saturday's win, Italy booked a semi-final spot for the third consecutive Under-20 World Cup. Casadi became Italy's all-time top scorer in Under-20 World Cup history with 6 goals, surprising Riccardo Orsolini, who scored 5 in 2017. Italy will face either the Korean Republic or Nigeria in the semi-final on Thursday. Casadi headed in the opening goal from Tommaso Baldanzi's corner kick to give Italy an early boost. He then turned provider for the latter, cushioning a header perfectly in Baldanzi's pad to double the lead. Shortly after half-time, Baldanzi added another assist to his name, cutting back from Francisco Esposito to score with a flick finish. Josan Torres gave Colombia a lifeline with a superb curling effort from just outside Italy's penalty area, but it proven to be a mere consolation. A solo goal scored by Dor Tuchman showed debutants Israel come from behind to seal a historic 3-2 victory over Brazil and enter the FIFA Under-20 World Cup semi-final at San Juan Stadium. Israel had the better of the first half, but Brazil had its best chance. Marcos Leonardo's excellent strike put Brazil ahead at the start of the second half, but Anand Kalaili equalized with the header. Kaig Rocha then pulled off a superb save to deny Tuchman and send the game to extra time. Andre Santos' exquisite flick of Matheus Nascimento to restore Brazil's lead, but Hamza Sibley turned across in at back post immediately to level things up again. The decisive moment came at the end of the first half of extra time when Tuchman dribbled through Brazil defense before unleashing an unstoppable curler pass kick. An incredible second period of extra time saw Israel fail to score from the penalty spot twice, but Ofirham's side were able to hold on and complete a historic victory. For ELITETV News Channel, contact to the email address info@elitetv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter for more information about the channel. And now let's take a look at the headlines once again. Kuki militant shot dead 3 civilians, injured 3 at Kangchup. A girl got bullet injury shot by Kuki militants at Sugnu. Committee on Tribal Union to open National Highway No. 2 for a week. Opening of National Highway No. 2 for a short period is something fishy, Kokomi. Deemita is ST from the earlier days. Three-member panel formed to probe violence. And curfew relaxed for Imphal East, West and Bishnupur till 5 p.m. today. And that's a wrap for today. For more updates, keep watching ELITETV English News. Thank you and have a great evening.